Hi, Capricorn, and welcome to Cosmic Brew Tarot. I'm Oscar. Today we're going to be doing a home and family themed reading. I figured because with the holidays fast approaching and upon us, we are dealing with a lot of extra energies that we typically don't deal with, or that we don't deal with often, or that we deal with way too much, or that are new, or that are no longer there, that are challenging, that are supportive, that are both. It's complex, and yet it's still so amazing and fundamental to our place in the world. So I figured this is a good time to touch base and see if I can help you have any advice, help you with any advice for your holiday season. For this, I have pulled from the Spellcaster's Oracle deck the home and family cards to just get their vibes into this reading. So I'm going to be using a combination of the Spellcaster's Oracle with the Game of Thrones Tarot. It's the reason I'm using the Game of Thrones shirt, repping that. One of the reasons that I'm even using the Game of Thrones deck, because typically I wouldn't go for tarot decks that are based off of TV shows or games or anything, but this one in particular, because we're dealing with very difficult, dramatic, family-related things, I felt really drawn to using this. It's kind of funny. It's also kind of I'm like, it's not like family dynamics have. Most family dynamics don't have the murder and incest that Game of Thrones has, but what it does have is a lot of conflict. And so I felt that this was a good deck to use. It is still very well drawn, depicted. It's still very much in line with Rider-Waite themes, so it just felt like it's still a very functional, great deck to use. So I've been very happy with it, especially throughout all of these readings. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. This is going to be a custom spread. We're going to be discussing the energies that are supporting you at this time, the difficult energies to deal with, how to balance the two into harmony, what to be thankful for, how to best show your goodwill, and then at the end we'll draw a final piece of advice from the Cosmic Journey Oracle. So, with all of that out of the way, let's begin, Capricorn. Start shuffling. And reminder, this is a general collective reading for your sign, which means that not everything is going to be for you. It's probably for other Capricorns out there. So this is an excellent time for you to train your discernment and intuition to take what resonates, to interpret in the way that makes sense to you, and to decide what is not yours and to leave that behind, because you do not need extra energies at this time. I don't think you ever need extra energies, but this is in particular a message of like, well, you're dealing with families, you don't need extra energy than what is already applying to you. Okay? So, let's begin. Energy supporting you at this time, we've got the Page of Coins. Okay. So, new ventures, some opportunity maybe, and strength. Okay. The energies that are supporting you at this time feel very much this feels like provider energy, but not quite. This is more so, this actually is giving me more... See, I said provider energy and I immediately felt, wait, no, that's not it. But I think it's because the intent is to get to provider energy. It's like, this energy is... This is the start of me becoming a bigger and better provider. I am taking it upon myself to make things happen. There's a drive here. There's a drive to make something more stable, more secure, more abundant. You're really, I think it's a very analytical mind that's very driven and focused. It's very much that Capricorn energy that you're well known for. So whatever it is that you're thinking about, or whoever it is that's approaching you with this, if it feels good to you, if it seems good, if you've done all your research and whatever, and you feel like comfortable with it, it seems to be a good opportunity. You've got the Hanged Man for difficult energies. The difficult energies that you're dealing with. So waiting around, stalling, willpower. Seems like there's some exercise in patience. It's a major exercise in patience. It's a major exercise in sacrifice. For a greater good. For a bigger vision. You know, you've looked at this from so many perspectives that you can only look at it from so many different perspectives before it starts really wearing you down and being like, what do I even do? What do I even pick? Where do I choose to exert my energy? Yeah, I mean, between an energy that's supporting you, that's basically saying, hey, this is a great way to invest our time and our energy, and then another one that's like scared to do anything because, well, not scared. Let me say that differently. That is so adamant about looking at things from so many different perspectives, probably in an effort to avoid having to actually do anything. You know, it's like I think that's why I said scared. There's like a fear of failure or a fear of work, additional work, needless sacrifice, more crap on your plate. I could see you being very wary of that with all of this, and so you're just looking at a bunch of stuff, but in doing so, it's just you're just waiting. You're just in this kind of like stance of nothing is actually happening, which is also frustrating, and that's testing your willpower. So at the end of the day, like, something needs to be done. And finally, here's this piece of this there's a strong drive to pursue a thing, whatever that energy is that's calling to you, that makes you feel like, yes, this is the opportunity, this is the this is the project that I want to do, or these are the resources I'm willing to pool. These are the family members that I need on board with me to make something happen. There's a very interesting developmental mindset here. I could see why you would have this hesitance, because if you're pooling together resources and having people, you're basically putting things on people's plates. You don't want them to come away being like, that was unnecessary to put on my plate. I can't believe we went through all this. And I think that that's healthy to have when you're considering an investment, let's say, into a new project, into a new path, whatever it is that you're thinking is going to bring in this abundance, or this goal that you're trying to meet. But the thing is, then you have to recognize the other perspective here, right? Since we're hanging around here, no pun intended. You have to look at the other perspective. How much stuff is on your plate that you've taken on in order to help other people achieve their, dreams of whatever prosperous thing that they've done or want to do, their interests, their dreams, not even that, just honestly, they're getting their resources better situated, better investments, a nicer home, a cheaper rent, whatever, like that. Those are a better car. These are things that are coming to mind, but it could really just be anything. Only you can, every dynamic is going to be different, Capricorn. So I want you to really just soak this in. Again, the idea is, it is okay to get other people on board with your plan and vision for a better future. Especially if you can make it where it benefits them also. But if you're looking to just get help, I see you summoning a lot of strength to ask for this. Okay. Well, how do we balance these two energies? We've got one energy that's like, yeah, we're going to move forward with this plan. And then we've got another energy that says, no, we're not. Hold on a second. Hold your horsies. Do you really want to take this on? It seems like a lot. The Fool. New beginnings. Jump right in. No. Don't hesitate here. It's the same character in The Fool as in the Page of Coins. So definitely I'm getting, just do it. Just do it. Love. Going with the Fool. Just do it. Do it. You're going to love doing it. You know it. If you know you're going to love doing it, even if it's work, just do it. Some of the best things in life that you create for yourself are work. As a matter of fact, I would be very hesitant to say that anything good comes without work. And even if good things come, you can't keep them without good work. Yeah, good things require good work. That's just the way it is. So if you want it, get it. Go. Harmonize that thing in yourself that's holding you back from doing something you actually want to do. If you actually want to do it, then this voice that's holding you back is not the one that you want to be listening to anyway. It's fine to have caution, right? It's fine to exercise some caution. It's fine to do some research, but the fact that you are putting in that time to answer the questions that are causing you hesitancy, trying to make plans, trying to map things out, research, network, whatever it is that this is all requiring, that's fine to do. That's acting. That's still acting on the idea. So just see it through and take a first and even more actionable step, something that actually gets this project started. Whatever it is that you're trying to do here, just get it started. Take the first step or take the next step, something that's more visible, that really puts you in this zone of, okay, now I'm working on this. It's like when I started this tarot channel, I thought about doing this for a year. And just because I came up with the idea a year ago didn't mean that I was like, okay, I'm ready to start, even though I could have. Because this is the thing. I've had the ability, I know how to use YouTube very well. I used to do another community way back then that was about tabletop RPGs. And tabletop gaming and stuff. And so I have all of the tools and know-how to go ahead and do the tarot channel. But I had to go through a certain thought process of how much dedication is this going to take? How much time do I need to be putting into the readings? How much more confidence should I feel with the actual cards that I use and the messages? When will I allow myself to be seen in this way as a tarot reader? Because one thing is, oh, I'm working with tarot. Another is, I am a tarot reader. And even just saying that now to you is new to me. I've never really said I'm a tarot reader, except to you. So this is kind of a moment for me too, but I don't want to make this about me. I'm imparting this story to you that until a visible something is put out there that cements this in place, it's just an idea that's formulating and knocking around, begging to be let loose and actually put and manifested out there. until you've actually put it in a manifestable way to be like, all right, now we're going to start molding. And what, like, this is the step that you need to get to. Get the block of clay, the figurative block of clay. Mold it. See what you got. And then decide. Then, or not even decide. Then you get the next mold, the next thing of clay. And then you mold it. And you try and mold it better. And you just keep going. Take the steps. And since we're talking about home and family and all of this, you know, these could be projects for your own home, for your family, for your holiday gathering, for the gifts that you want to give. You know, maybe this could all literally just be relating to, you know, you wanting to make handcrafted gifts personalized to every single member of your family and every single friend and every coworker. Like, that's wonderful. If you have this idea, it's never going to be, especially with the amount of time that's going to take. Like, you need to get started now. You know, if you have to make 100 different individual things, like, get started now. So, like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. If you want to harmonize this feeling of like, oh, I've got this great idea, but I don't know if I want to commit to it, just do it. Just do it, and then you'll see if you actually want to carry it out. But start small, and then flow from there. If you're making 100 different personalized gifts, maybe start with the most important people first, and then if you can't get to, you know, your second cousin twice removed, then, oh, sorry, I only had so much time. That's okay. And again, just an example, metaphorical example of what I'm trying to impart to you. What you have to be thankful for at this time. The priestess. So we're talking your intuition. Oh, wow. And travel. Okay. This is very interesting, especially because I'm seeing this in the context of Game of Thrones. This character crossed a massive continent to, like, all the way on the other side of the world to get to where she is today. She followed a vision that brought her to where she is today. You are being asked to be thankful for your vision. Your vision has brought you to where you are today. Your vision is taking you to where you'll be tomorrow. And you are still able to create new visions, to create new tomorrows, to create different tomorrows. If this has been going well for you, relatively, right? You can look around you and appreciate what you've done to get to this point. That's all that you need to trust yourself here on this. On whatever it is that you're trying to do or who you are and how much vision you have for creation. You know, I'm seeing big. So far, we have 3 major arcanas out of 4 cards. I mean, this is a big, major life lesson. It's so much bigger than, you know, just making 100 little trinkets for your family. It's not that. It's something, but it is still something that has a. It is still something that has this very, very strong love that's attached to it, right? And that love is what is guiding you. Even these characters look the same, right? On Love and Priestess, they look very similar. I mean, this is where, and the Fool is holding a torch, and this is like a priestess of the flame, right? So what I'm basically trying to get at here is let love light the way, because it hasn't steered you wrong before, has it? If your vision comes from a place of love and you've been able to settle the fears that you've had to actually make moves, and then you've seen the fruition of those moves, then you should be able to trust yourself to make the next move, to get over the next fears and hurdles and stuff. And you have a process to do it, right? But I'm sure you've wanted to find the shortcut to this process because it's agonizing for you, clearly. And then you end up being like, you know what, actually this feels great and I just got to do it and I'm just going to jump into it. And then every time that you do that, it turns out well for you. So, and you end up like, I don't know what to tell you here other than you've got this. You've got this, you've done this before. It's just in a different shape. It's in a different way. So go through your process, whatever makes you feel better, because at the end of the day, you're just going to jump in and do this anyway, aren't you? If you're giving it this much thought, it's because you believe in it in some way. If you don't believe in it, then you're just going to sit there looking at it over and over and over until you come away with whatever it is that you need to come away with to make yourself feel better. You can only really start a project or do a thing when you're ready to do it. But you have to take action. It's like there's pre-action that needs to be taken. There's space that needs to be created. There's time that needs to be created. There's money that needs to be invested. There's assurances that need to be obtained. There are factors involved. And once those are aligned and in place and you feel comfortable, then you get to go ahead and say, all right, now I can get started. And I'm so excited to do it because the process that led me to this point, all signs are go for me now. That's great energy. How to best extend your goodwill. We've got the King of Spears in reverse. That's really difficult energy. Hold on a second. How you can best show your goodwill. Protection. Okay. Well, for as lovely and inspiring as my message is, you know, since we're talking about home and family, I'm sure that this feels like an outside energy that you need to protect yourself from. Okay? It's almost like there's someone... And maybe this is... Oh. Ooh, hold on a second. I'm getting like... I was going to say maybe this is just someone outside of you telling you you're not good enough and this and that. And then I'm like, well, actually, when you've heard things like that before, we can... That can be internalized, right? And then that becomes part of our inner voice that holds us back, right? And puts us in this state of, hold on. You're not good enough for this. Who are you to do this? What makes you think that this is worth your time? There's a naysayer. If you want to show goodwill, protect yourself from the naysayer by going ahead and doing what you're going to do anyway. Prove them wrong. Prove them that, yeah, no, I can do this. I can do whatever I want here. I can do the thing that I set out to do. You can naysay whatever you want. You can call it silly. You can call it a waste. You can call it half-baked, whatever you want. It's not going to stop me. I love this. I love this for you, Capricorn. Get a final piece of advice. What was I just talking about? Befriend your fear monster. Wow. Wow. All right. Let's read this. Just as you are about to step forward in all your fullness and authenticity of remembering your greatest work in the world, the fear monster interjects. Who am I to do this great work? Will my health suffer? Will my family be neglected? What if someone else does this better? I don't have the resources I need. I don't know enough to make this happen. No matter what you've already achieved, fear seems to change and morph to get to you from another angle. Another perspective, another no, hold on. No matter what you've already achieved. This is exactly what I've been talking about. Holy crap. The fear monster whispers, what if you don't live up to your fullest potential here? There's a reason we hold on to these fears. Somehow they serve us. Remember I was telling you? I was like, oh yeah, maybe it's just like, it's like, shit, do I want this on my plate? Like, I'd rather just listen to the fear that tells me I'm not good enough so I don't have to put this on my plate. For example, fear can prevent us from starting a new endeavor, thereby saving us from failing. There could be an old pattern or story you are still living out. However, you cannot truly get in alignment with your greatest work until you walk through the darkness. Here's the Fool walking through the darkness. So what's the solution? Feel fully. Allow your fear to move through you without giving into it. Befriend your fear monster. A journaling prompt for you, or a question for you to meditate on. What purpose are my fears serving? And an action to help you manifest. Spend at least an hour in a pitch black room alone with your thoughts to face the darkness. Capricorn, lovely reading. This has been This has been an absolute pleasure. I did 2 readings prior to this, and for each one, I said, this is great life advice. Even if this is nothing to do with what is happening in your life right now, this is amazing life advice. I hope that this serves you. If this resonated, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you for the next one. Take care, happy holidays, and thank you for being a part of this wondrous cosmic